Good evening, good evening, and welcome to Spotlights with Freda, where we shine light on real stories, real people, real healing. And tonight's conversation is a topic, one that many experience, but few feel comfortable talking about: depression and grief. And tonight I am joined by my special guest, Queen Seante Evans, who is courageously sharing her story to help others know they are not alone. And hold on just a second because I am not seeing her. I think she went out, but we're going to wait till she come back in, get back in. But yeah, she's going to be sharing a story on tonight and talk about again depression and grieving, something all of us know oh so well. Let's see, Shante, can you hear me? Your picture has gone completely out. It's showing you still in the studio, but I'm not seeing your picture. Mm, okay, let's see here. Okay, I think she's back. Let's see here.
Hold on, let me flip my camera.
Okay, okay.
Okay, hold on. Front. Okay. Can you
Okay,
hear
your
me?
picture, it went out again when you flip your
Cricket.
camera.
Camera. Okay.
Okay, you're back, but I don't see your picture. Well, I'm not seeing you. It's fine. Just take your time.
Me?
Okay, there you go.
Okay.
I can hear you. I can hear you.
Okay. I don't know what the world happened. I saw the countdown and then it just went away.
I know. I know. I was like, hold on. I was like, where she went? She'll be back in a minute.
I'm back. I ain't touching nothing.
But yes, I want to introduce you again. My special guest tonight, I'm joined by Shante Evans, who is courageously sharing her story to help others know they are not alone. Before we get into sharing your journey and your story, if you could just
Mhm.
formally introduce yourself and just tell, the viewers who you are.
I sure can. I am Shantae, as you said. Sorry for the inconvenience of this camera thing, but um, I am originally from Baltimore. Moved to Greenville in July of 2000 with my family. Um, I have a 14-year-old son. I am a full time worker. I'm a CNA. I'm a med tech. I'm an author. I am a caregiver. And I love spending time with my family and friends, traveling, cooking, and just staying busy to not go into those places I don't like being in, but we'll get there. But that's who I
Right. Right, right. I love it. I love it. And yes, she is an author. I actually met Shante at a book fair, a author's event.
yeah.
Uh, and we've been connected ever since. And when she saw that I had show spotlight with Freda, she wanted to come on and and just talk about it and share her story. Um, with your story tonight, you're going to be touching basis on depression and grieving.
Yes,
So if you can go ahead and start and just tell a little uh, of your journey on depression and grief.
sure. So, as most people already know, years ago, March 24th, I was
Uh oh.
unexpected.
Uh
That's
oh.
the
Shantae,
uh,
can you hear me?
yes, I can hear you.
You went out a little bit. Can you start back from the beginning? Because I can hear you clear now.
Okay. I was saying, as most people know, in 2024, March, I unexpectedly lost my mom. Um, the word is definitely unexpectedly because for the last, I'll say 5, 6, I might have the years wrong, but my mom was on a transplant list
Hmm.
trying to get kidney, was going through dialysis, rather if it was home dialysis or
Hmm.
my dad or myself or my sister driving her to all the way sleep is a road.
Wait,
Um,
Shantae,
so
I'm
and I,
sorry. Look, I don't want to. It's breaking up real bad. Can you maybe like move a little bit or something?
I'll move to a different area.
Okay.
I'll come right here. See if this is better. I want to get high up, but is this better?
Yes. Okay, I can hear you clear now. Yes.
So yeah, like I said, she was on the transplant list to was doing at home dialysis around the time of her going to
Mhm.
the hospital passing. Um, I was at work actually. That my brother called and told me that she was unresponsive. So I left work, drove over there, and the paramedics was working on her. At the time, my dad was at work, and I was calling my siblings and fussing at the EMTs and everything, and they were actually trying to call it at home, but
Mhm.
my dad pulled up. Her pulse got strong enough to actually move her to the ambulance and took her to Greenville Memorial, which was passing 3 later. Um, it was very hard. But, we try our hardest to still honor her. You know, we go to Florida to Universal Studios. This year trip was for the birds. Okay,
No.
we rained. Um, we got stuck for 2 days due to the airlines canceling our flights. But overall, just being with family, we got the best of it, laughed about it. But during the time of her passing, I couldn't. I
Oh, you going out again? Uh
I
oh.
but holding on, you can hear.
No, it's like breaking. It's you. I'm just hearing like bits and pieces.
Here. What about now?
Okay, I can hear you now.
Okay. Well, if the dark, if it's too, yeah. Anyway, um, so yeah, so it was hard for me to accept it. So some of my friends was telling me I need to get a hobby.
Hmm.
I was like, well, I can find one, but I don't know. It's not too much stuff I really want to be attentive to. So I started
Right.
on the adult coloring books.
Hmm.
I found joy. in the coloring books until I realized these pictures take a long time to color.
Right.
So I ended up writing my journal, just, saying how I was feeling. And all of a sudden, I just started writing and getting off work and taking 2 hours of getting off work, coming home. And I started writing. And through my grief is how I became a writer.
Wow.
And I have written 2 books and a journal. And I'm currently working on my third book. I typically write short stories because I'm one
Mhm.
of those get to the point type of authors. Like, I don't go all around the world to get to the point of what's going on in the story.
Right.
But my depression came in with grieving as well,
Mhm.
because I would just find myself in bed crying, eating in bed, not want, not wanting to shower, just laying there in stuck mode. And everybody depression is different.
It's different, right?
Okay, you have shoppers, you have travelers, you have don't want to be around no one. Mine's was literally stuck mode, like
Mhm.
laying in the bed, and I'm just stuck to the point where I'm like, oh my gosh, I have a whole child. I gotta make sure he ate dinner.
Right.
So like
Yeah.
stuck, and then I have to tell myself, I gotta come out of it. I gotta come out of it. But I shopped too. It was getting to the point where if Amazon wasn't at my house every day, they was probably going to call and ask, okay, because they ain't been here to drop off packages. So it's been a journey. I still deal with it. My mom's birthday is actually next Wednesday, so got that. We got Mother's Day, which I don't even celebrate anymore. I know that's hard to say 'cause I'm a mother.
Right.
No, it's hard, but my family has really been taking things day by day. We try to stay busy. We try to, you know, think of things that she would like to do.
Hmm. Right. And that's the thing. Like you were saying, depression is different for everybody. Like a lot of people just eat,
Yep.
constantly eat, or like you said, just lay in bed, don't want to get up, you don't want to be around nobody, you don't want to be bothered, just want to be by yourself. So it's different types of depression. And also too with fourth grieving, I lost my mom in back in 2008. It's been a while. It took me a long time, so everybody, when it comes to grieving, everybody grieves differently.
Very
But
and
what I would say, just one day at a time, one day at a time. You can't
very.
rush your healing,
Mhm.
um, because that was mom.
Right.
And when my mom passed, I couldn't handle it. It took a while for me to get through. But what I came back to, because I even got to a point where, I was like, because she passed on a Sunday. And in my mind, for some reason, I was like, why would my mom pass on a Sunday? I'm thinking like of all days on a Sunday. And so, I had got to a point where my faith, everything. I was like, I don't care about nothing, because when I would go in the grocery store, I would see somebody else with their mom, and
Mhm.
I would get angry, and I would just leave out the store because I felt myself getting so emotional.
Right.
And so it is a process with grieving, and then when it comes to mom, it's totally different. It's different.
I'll tell
So,
for
mhm,
me, like back in 2000, I lost my grandmother in college during that time,
yeah,
and I was just like, okay.
mhm,
Okay, and my grandmother actually had a heart transplant. So transplants is really like runs in my family, and like I was saying that my mother was going to be the last person. Like, I did not want to hear the word transplant in our family anymore,
right,
because my grandmother had a heart. my grandfather had a kidney and my aunt had a heart and a kidney. And my mom was supposed to have it. And I was just like, that's a lot. Now my aunt, she just celebrated 8 years this past January.
Oh wow.
My grandmother, her heart lasted for 7 years. So, we thank God every day that, my aunt is able to share still here. But, you know, my mom, I think she knew she was getting sick and just didn't want to tell nobody.
Mhm.
But because she decided to just go visit all her family, like she went back home to Baltimore, she went to Kentucky to visit her grandmother, and we never put the pieces together.
Right.
And oh, my dad got vacation time saved up. They're just gonna go
Mhm.
travel. But little did we know, she knew, but didn't want to share that with us. And so, you know, it's it's very, very difficult to go through what people go through because I feel like when people call you just to check on you, you really try your hardest not to be mean because
Right.
they know what you're going through, but they're just trying to support, just be
Right.
there.
Trying to support. Yes. Now, one thing I did learn during that time that I used to say prior before my mom passed, but when it happened and people told me that, it I really looked at it differently. So now I never say that, and like everybody was like saying it's gonna be okay. Everybody
Right.
kept telling me that. And I was like, how
How
is
do
it
you know
gonna be okay? I don't want to
that?
hear that. So now when I come, somebody I know, if they lose someone, that's something I never say anymore because I'm like, I did not want to hear that. I would get angry. Like, stop telling me it's going to be okay. What you mean it's going to be okay? You know.
Yeah.
So yeah. So you change and you see things differently when you go through something like that. One thing with my mom, like now I take a lot of pictures. I used to didn't take pictures,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm always in the. They be like, "Are you always in the camera?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna have pictures everywhere." Because my mom, she didn't like taking a lot of pictures. So when it came to pictures, we have like just a handful of pictures because she didn't really like taking pictures. You know, we still have one thing about it. You will always have memories
Yeah.
in your heart. Even though some days, you know, it might hurt. And like I said, it's been since 2008, and sometimes I still get emotional. Some thoughts and in the beginning, I didn't want to do anything with Mother's Day. But it took a long time.
Right.
So as far as your healing journey on that part, just one day at a time, one day at a time.
Yeah. And the biggest thing I get now is, oh my gosh, you look like your mama. I'm like, I've always looked like her, but I can't take for a second. I know I look like her, but let one of my sisters look like her today. Like I don't want to
Right.
look like her. But I definitely look like her. It's a spin, put some color hair, or do something, and then they be like, "Oh, girl, pick one of them other sisters I have because."
But see, one day you're gonna just look in the mirror and you're gonna be thinking like, wow, because I did that one day. I was like, oh, and I was like, I had to
Yeah.
look just like my mom. But yeah, yeah.
And I'm like this little joke I say now. So like when my great grandfather passed, he had like this what we call the granddaddy patch in the front of his head, and it was
Hmm.
like gray. And so when he passed, my mom used to be like, "Ugh, I gotta go get some hair color because I got that granddaddy patch in the front." And then he left, and now she passing them over here, and I'm like, "Oh no, ma'am." Hi, then we don't need the family reunions up in here today.
Right.
uh-uh.
Right. Right.
It's been a healing journey because my sister, she doesn't live here. She lives in Kentucky.
Mm-hmm.
Actually lost her best friend 6 months apart from her best friend and my mom.
Oh,
So
wow.
you know all too well. So she became a author as well, and she wrote a book um, about grieving. She did a children's version, a teenage version, and a adult version.
Oh,
And I'm
wow.
time so I can show you all her book. It's on Amazon, and this is her book right here. They had this is the adults version.
Okay, it's not. I can't see it. Okay, there we go. Okay.
So it's
Maybe.
called the and she did a children's version, a teen version, and an adult version. This is the adult version, of course.
Okay, the
And
ABCs of missing you. Oh, wow.
yeah, it's a letter A through, and you don't have to go in order when you're reading. You know, whatever you're feeling, you just pick it up and read a letter to try to help
Right. Oh,
whatever.
wow. That's awesome. That's awesome. Sometimes, like when we go through things, it's amazing of what can come out of it.
Mm,
Uh, like now, like you are authoring, which I actually have Shantae's journal right here. Wait,
that's it. Yeah.
and then she
It's
has
a
the bookmark
third.
to go with it.
Mm,
So I
yeah.
wanted to ask you, go back to like the depression, because sometimes a lot of people don't realize that they're struggling with depression. They go around, sometimes, I've heard people say, that they've been told, I think you depressed. And I'm like, I'm not depressed. So what made you realize that you were depressed? Did someone had to come to you to say something, or you just
So it was like a yes and no. My cousin was actually living with me during the time of my mom passing, and I felt like that was just a blessing from God because I knew I couldn't get through that by myself. Like trying to help myself and be there for my son, it wasn't going. I knew I needed somebody here. So
right,
around that first month, once everybody went back home, funeral's over with. My mom was cremated, so my sister actually has her ashes, and so it was kind of like that first month. I just kept saying, "My mom's on vacation. She's on vacation. She's on this long, did not have to pay for vacation," and I just kept saying, she'll come back one day,
yeah,
but coming back was in my dreams you know, memories popping up on my Snapchat, Facebook, and I would lay there and I would just get so angry to the point where I went into that shell that nobody could get me out of because she was the only person that can get me out of those hard times.
right,
Here's so who do I call? But now, I have my aunt, which is back in Baltimore as well. We talking. But I literally fell into a space where when
oh, you're going out.
that one day I was laying down and I was like, what is that smell? Like, what in the world? And I was like, oh my God, that's me. I got up. And that's what got me up.
Right,
Like, well, it's a real thing, okay? I do bathe. But when you
yes.
go to that shell of just out of I,
Oh, you going out.
I call my girls. Can you hear me?
Okay, I can hear you now.
I would call my girls and I'd be like, hey, a little drink real quick. So I can get out of the bed. But they wasn't available, so going back,
Uh oh,
falling.
you going out again?
No, my phone just don't like me today. This ain't nothing but, you know what? Moving. This never happened before. Can you hear me?
Okay, I can hear you now. I can hear you now.
Nothing but the enemy, okay?
That's
Because
that's what it be. That's how it be. When that's what it
I have a problem.
is.
Oh, like I'm literally feel like I'm doing the show and tell around here.
That's what it is. The enemy can be getting mad because
Sit
the
down
one
somewhere
thing
so
the
everybody.
enemy don't like, of course, the enemy wants you to stay into, don't want to see smiles, don't want to see you being happy, don't want to see you move forward, and so that's what's happening.
Yeah, you gotta
Now
sit
I
down
did hear
somewhere.
you say, I think you were saying that you would call your girls because that's what I was going to ask you next. Like, did people, did you feel supported during that time
Yes.
or?
So
Okay.
my friends, we've been friends for. I have some friends I've been friends with for 20 years. I have some that I've been friends with for 5. My circle is pretty tight,
Mhm.
and when I need them, they're they're there. They're definitely there. Um, we call each other on the phone just to talk. We'll go out to get some food and stuff, hang out. Like when I needed them, they was there. And when they wasn't when they were busy,
Mhm.
I just take that time to myself and just keep telling myself. I feel like if I tell myself it's gonna be okay, it sounds better than
Mhm.
other people telling me okay. They don't know what I'm going through unless
Right.
unless they actually been through it. Like I do have some friends that has lost their parents,
Mhm.
whether their dad or their mom, but this is me. So it's
Right.
like different. So they gonna tell you, oh, we know what you're going through. Oh, I lost my mom. I know what because I lost my dad, but it's just everybody is their own timing. Everybody
Right.
timing. Like you can't put a time frame
Mm-mm.
on when you get up because one of the hardest things for me of being an author is my mom was an author. She was an
Oh.
author, and so one of my biggest upsetting moments of it being not here to be at my book signings and give me encouragement to do things as I write. So I have to turn to, my dad or my sisters or my friends or family to encourage me when I go to these events.
Mhm. She's there with you in spirit.
It's yeah, she's there with me in spirit. And people, like I said, people who see me, they be like, "That's your mom, girl. You look like her." And I be like,
Mhm.
"Yeah." But my mama was a author, and I just be like, when I published my first book, which is called Healing from a Broken Heart,
Mhm.
I was like, "Oh my gosh, I'm a published author," and I'm like, I got angry with her because I'm like, "You're not here."
Right.
Doing so now, I feel like I have bigger shoes to fill because at first, I thought writing was just something that was gonna be a hobby.
Mhm.
I didn't want something that I can see myself doing continuously, like and then I decided to go to school
Mhm.
be because my family that lives here, no one in my family here is in the nursing field. Everyone is, or manufacturing. So I was like, we got to make a change to that. And even though I'm just at the beginning stage, it's a start.
Right. It's a story. Yeah.
Because I do have family that's in that field, but they don't live here. They
Right.
can't. jump on a plane and drive down here. I mean, come down here on a plane to see what's going on because we don't know.
Right.
Go off of what the doctors tell us.
Right. Right. And a lot of times now you have to really be in some cases you have to really be an advocate for for yourself too when it comes to your health.
Yeah,
I'm seeing that a lot because one thing about us, we know our body. We know when something is different or how that we feel different. Like something wrong, something is wrong. So yeah, so that's awesome.
yeah. You gotta. I tell people all the time, like you have to really. I have so many coworkers of mine. They work, 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 just because the overtime is available, and I'd be like, listen here, when your body shut down,
Hmm.
and don't try to take no little kitty nap and jump back up thinking you about to go to work because they didn't offer you double time and all that stuff because all money ain't good money.
Right, right, right. All money is not good money, and if something happened to you, they're gonna keep on going. Business is gonna keep going.
Over you and replace you the next day and print out a paper and put it on the wall.
Right, right, right.
Yeah, when it's time for me to sit down, I sit down.
Hmm. And one thing for certain, two things for sure. And if you don't sit down, God will make you sit down. Something gonna come up or something gonna happen, and you be like, okay, Lord, I hear you. I hear
Gonna make
you.
gonna
Yeah.
make you feel
Mhm.
like the men, the years have definitely showed me a lot as far as like coming together as family,
Mhm.
praying more, learning more, putting yourself, trying not to feel like you have to do for so much. Cause like when my mom passed, I felt like everybody was just calling me for something. Like
Right.
all the time. Can you do this? Can you grab that person? Can you do this real quick? And I'll be like, listen here, lady. we need to pay because you can't be going on vacation and giving me your load. Okay. Cause
Right. Right. And see, that's one thing you have to learn how to say no.
yeah. But then when you going through stuff like this in that beginning time, you feel like you can't
Right.
because you don't feel bad because it's like that's what somebody has to do it, especially when her spouse was one role and her handling the other, and now he has to maneuver to both roles.
Right. Right.
As the children, it's like we step up so he can see, hey, we got this. We family. We gonna be able to hold this together.
Right.
So
So what would you say? What would you say as far as your? I know you spoke on your writing. So would you consider your writing is your what help your healing process completely?
writing has definitely helped my healing, but I tell you, enemy knows how to put writer's blocks and stuff because I haven't been on my computer in about 2 weeks.
Mm.
Story right there, but it just gotta get up. And I will get a little blockage, and I'll be like, okay, I'm gonna write today. I'm gonna write. I'm gonna clean up, and I'm gonna write.
Right.
Don't get done. I'll be telling myself, you have to. I have to can't put my out there. No one hit wonder writer. Like I got stories. That's my slogan is it started with a pen. It really
Mm.
like I wrote my first book for my test will be but I wrote my book on her son's Chromebook. It was an old Chromebook. Letters. I said, thank God I know home bro. I
Oh,
library typing. I came home. I was on that keyboard typing. The shit that didn't want to say like me and that Chromebook been through some things.
interesting thing. So tell me this: what would you tell someone that's currently struggling?
Pray, pray. Don't hold in how you feel. If you find a place, home, let it
Oh,
out.
oh, you went out.
Out again. Can you hear me now?
Okay, I can hear you.
I will tell people to pray. Don't hold back how you're feeling.
Right,
Let it out. Got people in your house and you don't want them to know how you feel. Find you a little safe space and talk to yourself. Let it out. Well, put your words to paper, like a notebook. Write like I wrote about what the
oh, you going out again.
but can you hear
Wait, say something else again.
can you hear me now?
Okay, I can hear you now. Okay.
Okay. I will say, write write how you want to talk about because you can turn into a ticking timing bomb and the
Mhm.
smallest little thing load where you didn't even realize who you was exploding on. Somebody can walk in there and say good morning and just let it out for no reason.
Right,
And
that
they
can become a
spoke to
trigger.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I would encourage anybody who's going through stuff. If you got those good circle of friends, turn to your friends. If you have a husband or a wife, turn to them. If you have a boyfriend, a girlfriend, anybody, even if they don't know what to say back,
Right.
just having that person as a listening ear and a shoulder to cry on. It is okay to cry. It is okay to cry
Mhm.
because people think that that makes them soft, and it does not. It is okay to let it out. I do it all the time.
Right.
Okay, all the time.
Scream if you have to.
And sometimes my tears I cry don't even be about my mom or depression. It could just be about, you know, being a single mother or just
Right.
having to get up to go to work and it's cold outside. Like
Right.
any, anything, can make you, especially when you're dealing with depression, you don't like saying it. You don't like to
Right.
speak it over your life. So sometimes I'll be like, that D word sneaking up on me. And I don't
Mhm.
like it. It's
Right.
sneaking
Because
up.
when we continue to speak on it, that's what makes it stronger.
Yeah.
So right. So yeah, that D word.
Word.
Don't even say the name
Yeah.
continuously over yourself
Yeah.
because
It's words
sometimes
and
when we
power
speak
of
it,
tongue. I say
right.
that. Hmm.
Right.
When you
Right.
speak those things over your life, you know, you be saying to yourself, I'm sad today. I'm feeling down. And you be like, wow, what's wrong? And you just sit there and you be like, I don't know. And then you
Mhm.
just be like, well, what was the point? Like, what's the problem? Like,
Right.
you
Right.
you
What's
don't
the
even know what you're mad
problem?
about, but you called me.
Mhm.
So, that's just holding in how you really feel. Like, just let it out because you're not going to have those circle of people in your life that you can't call to tell them how you're feeling. Like, that's the whole purpose of them being in your life so that you can talk to them.
And talk to them, right. Right,
And
and the
if they
most
don't understand what you're going through, then they only supposed to be in your life for a season and it's time to let them go.
right, right, and the most important thing too, like, you know, a lot of times during the when someone lose a loved one, a lot of people are around. The after is what's important. When it becomes
Mhm.
quiet and everybody go home, that's when
Mhm.
you really need
That's when it start. Yeah.
most. Yeah.
Mhm. And see,
Yeah.
the bulk of my family, you know, is back in Baltimore, and then I have my great grandparents that lives in Kentucky with my sister.
Hmm.
So when everybody was here, and then it's like at a blink of an eye, everybody gone. It's like, what y'all here for? Like, you
Right.
be asking yourself like, they was here for real? Like, you can ask like my aunt. We talk about my mom's funeral all the time, and
Hmm.
she'd be like, yeah, because such and such was there. I was like, she was. Where
Hmm.
she was at, I ain't even see her because we're there, but we're not really
Really
realizing
not right.
what's going on. I think what
Right.
really I think I had to accept it when my sister texted us and said she had my mom's ashes.
Yeah.
And then when I saw them for the first time, I was like, oh, this chick really gone. Like,
Mhm.
my mama not here no more.
Right.
But who told you to do this? Like,
Mhm.
I'm not supposed to be motherless. Like, you're supposed to be here for things that is going to happen. Like, you got grandkids. Like, what's
Right.
going on? So you do that, but then when you find that hobby for me that turned into my calling,
Hmm.
sister turned around and started writing. I was like, two writers, two different states, two different stories. Like,
Mm.
okay, we can make
Right.
it work.
Yes.
She wrote about grieving and she did children's books, and then I did the journal and short stories.
And short stories. Well, I
Mm.
wanted to ask you something too. I saw you share something on your page, a grief walk.
Yes, so my baby sister will be hosting a grief walk at Unity Park on May 3rd, I believe, at 3 o'clock. The information is all on the flyer if anybody wants to go and look at it and order a t-shirt. I believe all that information is on there too. So this will be a first for us. So we never done a walk. Normally we just honor my mom with uh her trip and eating because that's what she like to do. But
Yes.
my sister, her name is Maya, her way of grieving has been through fitness.
Okay.
So she in the gym, she's working out and all that good stuff. So uh they decided to come up with a grief walk. So if you seen my page, I've shared it. Anybody else can feel free to share it. I want to say if you want a t-shirt, you have to let them know by tomorrow
Okay.
for
Okay.
a t-shirt. But yes, we will be doing that down at Unity Park.
Okay.
Ho- Hopefully the weather be good because I know we got some rain coming.
All right. Well, hopefully it's good. You said May the Unity Park, May the 3rd at 3 p.m.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Mm-hmm. So we have that coming up. I can't think of anything else that we have coming up for grieving. Like I said, my sister has the book. If anybody would want to go on Amazon and purchase her story, well, her book to help with grieving.
And give the name of the book again.
It's the ABCs of Missing You, and it's a teen version, a kids version, and an adult version. And then if you want to just put your to a cup of coffee, I have Healing from a Broken Heart. I have The Rebound Chick, and I have Sometimes I Want to Get Away, which is the journal. And I'm currently working on Girl You Know He Married. That is just about finished. About finished. So I should definitely have that one. If I don't have any other events between now and the Black Book Fair, which is in October.
Mm-hmm.
I'll have um I'll have all four for sure at the
Okay.
book fair, which is I think it's October the 13th. Don't quote- I have to go back and look at the date.
Okay. And
But
what is this gonna? It's gonna be in Greenville.
yeah, at the West Greenville Community Center.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, she has two a year. She already had one in February, which did really, really good. And so hopefully we hope for the same turnout in October.
Okay. Okay.
This would be my third one I've done. And also, I told you before, I wore my hat that you made me, and I
Mhm.
had about four or five people that said they liked my hat and asked me where did I get it from.
Oh wow.
It's in my room, so I can't show y'all my hat, but it has my logo on there. That's on my bookmarks and my business cards, and it's my little pink hat I wore.
Well, awesome, awesome, awesome. And I'm still checking on that because I know the one that you told me about. So I'm still checking on that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was. They liked it. I went to work and everybody was like, "Where you get that from?" And I was like, "That's my logo." You like?
Well,
They're like,
awesome, awesome. That's awesome.
"Yeah."
Well, tonight has been awesome, and I just want to thank you for coming on and sharing your story. You know, with others, with everybody else, because you never know
Mm-hmm.
what who's listening or what someone else is going through. So I applaud you because I'm sure it took a lot, and just to let you know too that your story matters, your feelings are valid, and healing is possible.
It is. I will say, grief is a never-ending story because it happens every day,
Hmm.
and those unexpected moments be the ones that is the worst to go through.
Hmm.
But everybody has somebody. You have to tell yourself that you are not alone and you are not in it by yourself. And
Yes.
you might not be able to create new memories, but holding on to those old ones and you know honoring them and trying to live the life that you're supposed to live so you can see them again is what counts. So
Right.
I just pray that everybody who tuned in that is going through what people don't dare to talk about understand that it is okay. It's not nothing to be embarrassed about. It's not nothing to be ashamed about. It is natural. It is life.
Right.
If it's so crazy, like you think people complain about gas prices and groceries, you'll be surprised what people is going through behind closed doors.
Behind closed doors, right? Because a lot of times, a lot of people smile and they're
All
not okay. You're not okay.
I think we was when we were in Florida. Um, the day of my mom's anniversary, it rained, and the day that she passed, it rained. And imagine driving down Grove Road, potholes and rain, trying to get to a hospital. It is
Right.
not fun, but
Right.
it rained. And for some reason, when it started raining, I don't know if I was distracted by the way it was raining or the kids running up and down the steps,
Mm-hmm.
but I did not cry on her day of her anniversary. I cried when we got stuck.
Yeah. Oh.
I found myself through laughing more, smiling more, because yeah, I know I'm hurting on the inside, but I feel like if I show my pain,
Mm-hmm.
then I'm not going to be able to be a voice to help people go through or get through the things that I'm going through because
Going
I'm
through.
walking around sad all the time. I can't help you because
Right.
I'm
Right.
so like, if I can't help you, you definitely can't help me.
Mm-hmm.
And, people always say, "Well, go pray, go speak." Well,
Uh-oh. Uh-oh, I think we lost her. Tonight's topic was on depression and grief, which my special guest was Shantae Evans, and she came on and shared her story um, and her experiences with realizing that she was depressed and then also losing her mom. And she spoke on grief tonight. And that's a lot of things that a lot of people tend to keep. Oh, here she's right here, but I don't see her. I was trying to come back into the studio, but I don't see her. And a lot of us tend to try to keep it inside, keep it in, and depression is real. So, um, like she also spoke on, there is different depressions. Everybody goes through depression differently. And but the most important thing, as far as the keywords, I'm hearing you trying to get back into the studio, Shantae. If you can hear me, but it's not, I don't see you. Okay, here we go. There we go. There we go.
I'm here. I'm not even going to log myself back out to flip this camera no more.
Okay.
But if you can hear me, I'm here because
I can
I
hear
don't
you.
know what I don't know what is happening when I say nothing like this has ever happened before. But
Mhm.
whatever the last thing you said, I've had to click out and come back in.
Oh, I was saying, I was telling everyone that you came on tonight to share your story.
Hmm.
That you spoke on depression and grieving, and that everyone goes through depression differently, and then that your words that you shared tonight was pray. That's what I was fixing to say before you came back on.
Hmm.
Pray,
Hmm.
let it out, let it out. It's okay to cry,
Hmm.
and most of all, talk to someone, and then write it. Write how you
Right.
feel as well.
Right. How you feel. And I'm going to tell you, like, I had 20 before I started writing. I
Mhm,
literally had a recommendation list of all of these therapists. It was about 20 people on that
mhm.
list. I called every single one and nobody had no availability. And that was another reason how I started writing, because I was like, okay, y'all ain't going to help me. I'm going to do it my way.
Away,
But
right,
if you do find therapist, if you can find a grief counselor, don't be afraid to do that either. If it's in your church or if it's like a Facebook group, like they are out there, but everybody have their own ways of
right,
voicing how they feel, because some people might not be comfortable to share how they feel, but that's why I said you just have to let it out.
right,
Be
right. Let
afraid
it
of,
out. Scream if you have to. It's
yeah.
okay. It's okay.
I love the waterfalls and I haven't been to one in a while, but I love the waterfalls. I love the water, and I'm telling you, I'll throw some braids in my hair real quick and jump in. Sure will.
Well, tonight has been awesome. I want to thank you so much, Shantae, for taking your time out to be a part of Spotlight with Freda. Want to share your story. Like I always say, no one can tell your story like you can.
Hmm.
And uh, being comfortable enough to come on to share your experience of what you've been going through, and what you still are going through. Because, like I say, grieving is a process. Just take it one day at a time, and continue to be who you are, to be that bright light, and continue to smile and shine and keep writing. I can't wait to for your next book to come out. That title alone sounds very interesting.
I I don't know why I've been like, when I say I wrote it at work, like I had so much downtime at work, and I literally was just writing. I was like, oh wow, okay, let me get home and get started.
Right, right.
Mhm.
Yeah, so get back on that laptop. You say you haven't been on your laptop. Get back on and get back to writing.
Oh, it's gonna be finished.
Okay.
More story soon.
Yeah, so before we leave tonight, also too, for anybody that want to check out your books, can you just give your information on how they can find your books also?
And it is you can type in my name, Shantae Evans. That's Seante Evans. Or you can type in the book titles, which is Healing from a Broken Heart, The Rebound Chick, and Sometimes I Want to Get Away. And
Okay.
if you are interested in my sister's book, Erin Poole, that's EranPoole, and that is ABCs of Missing You. And it comes in a children's version, a teens version, and an adults version. And then if you're interested in the grief walk, you can get the information off my page, which I've already shared it, or you can go under my sister. Her name is Maya, Miya, Poole, Poole. If you want more information about that, and that will be May 3rd at Unity Park at 3 o'clock.
Okay. And she said also if you interested in getting a t-shirt, you said tomorrow, you said you think
I
it's the last day.
tomorrow, but I think the information is on there as well.
Okay.
But I talked to her personally, and I'll shoot you a message and let you know
Okay. Okay.
about T.
Okay. Well, awesome. Tonight has been awesome, and I encourage everyone to share, 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 because you never know what someone needs to hear. If you missed the replay, I'm sorry, if you missed the live, the replay will be available, and also too, within about an hour, it is available on YouTube as well. So, again, thank you, Shantae, for coming on. I wish you a wonderful and blessed night. And like
Thank
I said, continue to shine, shine, shine.
Yes.
And everyone, thanks for joining in on Spotlights with Frida tonight. We are ending tonight with keep smiling, keep shining, and showing love through your heart.
All you can do.
Till next time, have a blessed night.
You too. Good night, everybody.
Good night.